I'm Lynn Louise. I'm the Cosmic Valkyrie. I'm the creator of the Evolution 10X method, and I've been helping women all over the world for over 15 years create their dream life and business. And today I want to talk about why mindset and strategy are not the keys to success. Now, first, I want you to know mindset and strategy are very important, and that was not a waste of money because you need them. You need to know what to do to create the success that you desire. That's going to happen. That's going to be in alignment to the outcomes that you desire. That's called aligned action, right? But mindset is only level 2 to manifesting that in which you desire. You've done a lot of mindset. So you have the basic foundation that you need to really accelerate your personal success. I want to dig into this because there's a lot of coaches out there that are telling you that all you need is mindset. And I want to break this down for you. Now, you've done a lot of mindset, and I'm going to be straight up. Like personal mindset work around getting what you want in life, it's so valuable. But the same mindset that you use to create the success that you teach people to have is very different than the mindset that is needed in order to create success as an entrepreneur. I know that sounds crazy, but you probably already know this because if you are not getting what you want in your business, you're beginning to realize that it has to be more than mindset. That's where I was. I had spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on mindset and strategy, and I still was not getting what I wanted in my business. Luckily enough, I was paying for it through the income in my career, but if I hadn't, I would have been building debt. So, what if it's not business strategy and mindset? What is it? Let's get into it. First, you need to know what 97% of the coaches are teaching out there. They are equating mindset with awareness. So they are teaching you awareness. Okay. That's what they're considering air quote mindset work. You can have all the awareness and still not be getting what you want. Awareness is enabling yourself to see where you're operating from, those belief systems, those thoughts, why you're getting stuck, helping you understand what you believe to be true. A lot of the mindset coaches out there are just teaching like basic limiting belief stuff. Okay, which is not bad. You still need to know what your limiting beliefs are, but you also need to know your core level beliefs. Some of them are doing that. I don't know the statistics on that one, but it's really important to do that work, to do that mindset work and bringing awareness to where you're operating from. You already know that it's as within, so without. We know those terms, right? So you know that if you're not getting what you want in your business, that it's going to be a reflection of who you're being on the inside. I've heard Lynn Louise say that I'm treating my business like a hobby, or even that I'm operating from employee mindset. I need to be operating from CEO mindset. That is awareness. You're there. You needed to get there or where you are right now in order to hear what I'm about to tell you. Mindset is only the second level to raising your consciousness to the ability that you can create and manifest what you want, that legacy in your business that even goes beyond monetary legacy, and live the life that you came here to live. Your destiny is to help this world transform, and your business is a big part of that. So you have determination. You are willing to do what it takes, right? You've invested this far. Don't stop investing, but just know where to invest and what to invest in. So if it's not mindset, where do we need to go from here? Well, you can have all that mindset, you can have all the awareness, but until you are able to reprogram your core level identities, it'll be very hard for you to manifest that in what you want in this life. I've said this before, and I'm going to talk about the law of attraction in action. The law of attraction is our subconscious thoughts create emotions. Emotions create a physical frequency. That physical frequency is shot out into the 5D. The 5D goes through its Rolodex and picks out those frequencies and starts sending them back, matches them, right? And that's what gets you the same thing time after time. When we're talking about a core level identity, this is a subconscious, unconscious default system that is telling you who you are, what you are capable of, and how the world will operate for you. Now, hang in there because this is going to get juicy. Our core level identities drive our destiny. And as women, we have been indoctrinated and conditioned to believe who we are, what we are capable of, and how the world will operate for us. Now I'm going to reframe that. We have been taught what we can't do, who we are not, the lack of worth we have in this world, and how the world should treat us as women. Core level identities that are holding us back from reclaiming our personal power and excelling in what we desire to manifest with ease and flow more rapidly. I'm going to share with you some of my core level identities and how things played out to get me to where I am today. Some of you may have heard this story before, but I want you to listen to it again. And I want you to plug in your own particular story or how it might relate to you and how it is keeping you right where you are today. So all of us pop out onto the earth with no identities. We don't have an identity. We're a blank slate. We have no belief systems. Every belief system that we have about ourselves, about our capabilities, and about the world are taught to us. Every single one. And they've been taught to us since birth. Not just from our parents, but from the world itself. And if you think about it, we have been born into a misogynistic culture that treats women like property and a rape culture. So for generations upon generations, we have been told that we are not equal to men, that our value is far less than the men's. We have been taught that through being written out of history over 3,500 years ago. We have been denied voting rights. We have been denied ownership or decision making over our own bodies. We have been denied the ability to start our own businesses without a cosigner of a man, that which was legalized in 1988. When I was 21 years old, women were finally given the right to legally own and operate a business without a man. Not all these things are that far in the past. That was 36 years ago that women were given the ability to legally own their own business. If you believe that this has not affected you on a core level or your identity, you are mistaken. Now, I can tell you these things. You can have all the awareness, but until you know how to reprogram those belief systems on a core level, reprogram your identity, it's going to be almost impossible for you to scale your business. I truly believe the statistics that were taken from the National Coaching Association of the United States, they did a survey and they found that 80% of all coaches are making less than 10K a year, not a month, a year. This isn't because they're not working hard enough. It's not because they don't have enough strategy. It's not because they didn't do the mindset work, because you all have done the mindset work. That's how you've gotten to where you are today. But in order to scale your business in ease and flow, I believe this is the missing piece. I believe this because it was my missing piece. I had done all that work, and yet I sat completely still in my business for 2 years, unable to break the five figure income. 5 figures is 10K. That's where it starts. I couldn't break it. I was part of the 80%. And one day I was sitting down there and I was like, there has to be more to this. I see these coaches that are not as good as me getting the results that I want in my online business. Why am I not able to accelerate past this? I decided that I need to go deeper, and y'all are going to get this. I was sitting there wondering what is going on here? And I calmed my ass down and I asked to send me the mentors or teachers that I needed to accelerate my business in the direction that I wanted to financially. Financially, because I knew that money was going to be representational of the legacy that I wanted to create. I have a big picture for my business, and it is not just me, it is a collaboration of cosmic warriors that are coming together. We've already started to create a legacy of empowering women, not just now, but for generations to come. This is not something that is solely me. I want to see coaches in there teaching their magic. It's a collective, y'all. I have big dreams. And I knew that by me moving through my financial issues and really embracing my worth and figuring out how all that plays out, that everything else would happen. So I ask myself, put me in front of the mentors or people that can help me get out of this. I'm going to tell you, I figured it out. And the beautiful thing is, I have stripped down everything that I learned and made it more digestible and made it easy for you to collapse those timelines in a way that I was incapable of. I am now, but back then I had to do all the work to figure it out. And I've stripped away all the fluff. That's what E10X method is all about. But the very first thing that I needed to learn was to reprogram my identities on a core level. That was the very first thing that I needed to do. And that's the very first thing I teach people. So, in this podcast, I really want you to start thinking about not just where have women come from the suffragettes, if you're in the United States, if you're in the UK? Where did we start and where are we now? Those women are our ancestors. They started a movement for us that remains active today, that we are continuing. I want you to process that. Now, who do we need to be as a collective and as individuals in the age of Aquarius to be able to be the ancestors now for 7 generations to come? What you are creating in your business is more than monetary value. This is a movement. You are creating and being part of something bigger than you. It is a movement. It is very important for you to reprogram those subconscious identities, the ones on a core level that you don't even know that exist at this point because your awareness has been somewhere else. We're going to bring your awareness into what you have been taught about being a woman, not about money. Okay, we're going to leave that behind. The way to accessing your wealth is through the wisdom that you carry within you. So we want to dive into, what have I been taught about who I am as a woman? And what were the different big things in history that have shaped my ability to own my own business today, to have my own bank account? What is the story of women? How did we get to where we are today? What is my role in continuing this evolution and empowerment? How do I feel about what I'm here to do and what I'm here to create. Because if you're a weight loss coach, it's not just about weight loss, right? You're empowering women to love themselves, to feel worthy of that in which they desire. So I want you, your homework for this podcast is to dig in not only to how you feel about yourself, who do you identify as? Do you identify from birth? Have you been taught that you're poor, that you're always supposed to be poor? Have you been taught that women shouldn't be leaders, that we're not capable of being leaders? I want you to dive into the identities that you and our collective as women have been taught since birth for generations from a misogynistic culture that is designed to keep us small, that wrote us off our throne 3,500 years ago, that now in the age of Aquarius, we as a collective are here to reclaim, not to displace men, but to create balance, restore balance. What ancestor do you need to be right now for the women 7 generations from now? That is your homework. Now, I do have a call to action here, right? Because we're entrepreneurs, so I want to give you a call to action. I want to model what you need to be doing. So I have an absolutely free 90-minute deep dive intensive training video, mastering your money mindset. Okay. It's going to help you learn the mindset and strategy that helped me create a 10-figure month and then obviously far beyond. And yes, I name it mindset. You're like, but you just told us that mindset is only the second step. Yes, this is true. But guess what? Probably 90% of the coaches out there believe that mindset is the key to creating the outcomes that they desire. So why would I name it mindset? Because they're going to identify with that. You, before you came on this podcast today, were thinking the same thing.